Connelly. You look gorgeous as always. Thanks for being here.
Pleasure, thank you.
You know, I got to see this movie the other day with one of the producers on the show, and we went and saw the film. It is extraordinarily gorgeous. I mean, this was shot on location in Africa, is that right?
It's very beautiful. We were filming in South Africa and Mozambique, and it's just gorgeous down there. And I was also lucky enough to travel to Botswana on some time off.
And so you got a little downtime. And did you go on a safari? Because people tell me that's one thing I've always wanted to do is go to safari.
Yeah, I had wanted to as well. And we had my husband Paul was there with me, and we had our kids there.
He's been on this show many times.
He's been on the show before, and we went on safari, which is an incredible holiday with kids. I have to say, it's a bit nerve-wracking initially.
Really, you think it's good to take kids on safari?
Well, it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. It's an incredible experience. It's nerve-wracking in the beginning because you're in an open-top Land Rover, and there are lions and leopards and cheetahs and all sorts of dangerous animals.
See, to them it looks like an ice cream truck is coming through,
yeah.
You know?
And you're hoping that your 2-year-old is like, you know, won't draw too much attention to how tasty he is, you know?
Yeah, right.
In the car. But it was good. We had our sort of most tense moment with an elephant, actually.
An elephant?
Not with the lion, or, you know.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be the lion or the tiger, but the elephants can be dangerous and scary.
The elephants, when they're in must, which is the state that they get into, the bulls get into, when they basically are so horny that they want to mate with any female that they see.
That's a great, that's a great word, must. Yeah, I simply must!
Or they want to fight every male that they come across. And so we came across an elephant in must, and he thought we looked appealing.
All of you together in a truck must somehow like a female elephant to him.
It's hot. And he came charging at us with his huge undertrunk. Ready to go.
I love the term undertrunk as well.
The kids are...
Really, I can imagine.
Look, Mom! And we didn't stick around long enough to see if he thought we were male or female. We thought we should just flee.
I think when a giant elephant's charging you with his undertrunk, yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to hit the road.
Are they making noises that sound like they're horny?
They do, actually. They have the glands are going, and they have like they're wet kind of... Yeah. And they make noises, and yeah, it's, you know,
sorry.
It's interesting. It raises a lot of questions with kids, you know, and eyebrows and questions.
Oh, the kids were certainly asking.
The kids were with us. They were asking questions, and also, you know, you find yourself like at 4 o'clock in the morning, getting really excited when the ranger hears on his walkie-talkie that there are 2 lions mating somewhere. So. You know, you start rushing across the Botswanan wilderness, you know, to get there before it's over, and you start thinking, God, my kids are, you know, mating is basically a veterinarian for having sex.
Yeah.
And,
Jennifer, I love that you thought we didn't get it, like having sex. Come on! No one knows what I'm talking about.
So basically, you know, Paul and I are thinking, it's dawning on us that we will soon be taking our children to a late-night drive-in live animal sex show.
Yeah.
You know?
So it sounds like they're encouraging that at the park. They're waking you up and saying, 2 cheetahs are going at it. Let's go. Let's go.
And they even have a red filter that they put over the flashlight, so they're bathed, and you know, so it's not to break the mood or anything. They're bathed in this red light, and
that's what Paris Hilton used. It's that red night scan. It's true. It helps you see in the dark. I didn't do it. She did it. Did you find that your kids then later on were somehow affected by not only the elephant, you know, charging you in must, but seeing these animals mating? Were your kids asking a lot of questions? Were they behaving differently later on when you got back?
Well, our younger one, Stellan, has, he's kind of into Power Rangers, and he has this Lego type Power Ranger guy that you build, put together, and it has an aerial that's supposed to go on his shoulder that he insists on attaching to the groin.
Some say that's the most powerful of the Power Rangers.
The undertrunk. The elephant connection.
All right, well, we're going to take a little break. We have a lot to talk about. More with Jennifer Connelly in just a second. This movie, and we'll talk about the context and the theme of the movie in just a minute, but there's a lot of action in this movie. I understand you were actually, you got hurt making the film, is that right? I
did, yeah. I got injured doing a stunt of a car, kind of a car chase.
There's an intense car chase. Is it Leonardo DiCaprio's driving the car, I think, and you're in the car?
Yeah, he winds up driving in the end, and I'm in the back, and with Jaimin, who plays Solomon Vandy. And I got a neck injury, which was a shock, really, because I've never had a real injury before, as were the meds, frankly. The pills that they give you, those were a real shock, I have to say.
I had one bad neck pull once, and they gave me like 2 pills at the emergency room to take, and I was just in another. I went back to like the 1850s. It was.
It said, it says on the label, don't operate any heavy machinery, but in my case, it really should have said, do not leave the house under any circumstances. Don't leave. And really, don't go to a work dinner and have a glass of wine. Really don't do that. Which
and definitely don't go and have 9 glasses of wine.
I of course, took no heed and did just that, and was kind of at this dinner and kind of vaguely thought I saw Paul kind of looking at me like, and then I unfortunately do vaguely remember talking to someone saying that I thought it would be a good idea if I, who has no experience or credentials whatsoever, edited the film. And then I really do remember getting irritated at Paul, who was then kicking me under the table and going like this. Because, of course, he hadn't taken my pills and could clearly see that the person I was talking to was the editor.
I could do that.
Yeah. I then also tried to replace the DJ, evidently, at the club, because I thought I could do better at that as well.
Right.
Paul gratefully dragged me home before I got pummeled.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, we were at the same place for Paul's birthday, and evidently I was heard saying, God, it's so nice here. I can't believe we haven't been here before. It's just...
That's great. So. Get me those pills. There you go. I want to ask you, let's talk about, this is a very serious topic, the film, and it's a fascinating story. This movie takes place in Sierra Leone in the 1990s, and there's a civil war. There's a lot of violence. A lot of it's being funded by the diamond trade. And there's a real tragedy in that country that the people, of course, a lot of them never see the wealth from the diamonds. They're exploited. And this is talking about a lot of the contradictions. You play a journalist in the film. Right,
I play a journalist who's hoping to expose what's going on in the diamond industry, and yes, that's what conflict diamonds refer to, or blood diamonds refer to, or the diamonds that are directly funding the conflict in these places, and which caused, millions to be displaced from their homes, and many people to be slaughtered, and many children to be taken as child soldiers. So the movie also brings, looks into those issues as well. And of course, it's historical. It's in 1999 in Sierra Leone, but conflict diamonds are still, are still an issue today, as are child soldiers. There are currently about 300,000 children.
That's one of the most shocking things you see in the movie is children being indoctrinated to fight, and they're given AK-47s.
And that's true, and that the way it's sort of depicted in the film is unfortunately the way it often is done.
And it's a pretty high percentage, too, or it's more than you would think. They're trying to get the number down, but at different points, conflict diamonds have been responsible for maybe 10% or something of the diamonds that are in the market available at any one time.
Well, there's this thing called the Kimberley process, which is the certification scheme to try and keep conflict diamonds off the market. And some people think that it seems to have made a difference and improved it. But even if the numbers go down, even if it's just 1%, that's still translated into human lives. That's still a huge, that in terms of human impact, that's still can be devastating. So there's more work to be done.
We have a clip here, and I believe this is where Leonardo DiCaprio is South African, and this is how he makes his money, is smuggling these blood diamonds out. You're an American journalist, and you're sort of talking about the hypocrisy of all of this.
Yes, and we start our relationship. He's trying to get what he wants from me, and I'm trying to get information from him to try and affect. I love my character. She's really positive, optimist, and really, really wants to go out there and make a change.
Change the world. All right, let's take a look at this clip from Blood Diamond.
You sell blood diamonds too.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me, how is that?
Who do you think buys the stones that I bring out? Dreamy American girls who all want a storybook wedding and a big shiny rock. It's like the ones they see in the advertisements of your politically correct magazine. So please, don't come here and make judgments on me, all right? I provide a service. The world wants what we have, and they want it cheap. We're in business together. Get over yourself, darling.
Okay, just to clarify, not all American girls want a storybook wedding, just like not all Africans kill each other as a way of life. But you know what? Good things are done every day. Just apparently not by you. This place is about to explode. I want to spend my time with someone else.
The movie is Blood Diamond, and it opens Friday, so go see it. Check it out. Jennifer, thanks so much.
Thank
We
you.
love having you on
Good
the
to
show.
see you.
Great to see you as always. Jennifer Connelly, Jason Segel coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.